Hey Giraffes, this is Garrett, and I'm here with my good friend Allie, Allie Chats. I'll put links to her channel down below, and so subscribe to her and follow her stuff.
Please.
I'm actually at her house right now, and we're gonna just talk about sort of life after college. We both just recently graduated. I graduated in August.
I graduated in May. I have a Bachelor of Arts in Theater.
Similar to myself.
Do you?
Now I will say, like any advice I give, don't take us fully at our word because, like we said, we just graduated, so we are by no means experts.
No.
We're honestly telling you this advice based on what we've done wrong and what's going wrong in our life and how we think you might be able to fix that when you get to this point. Because life's tough and we gotta learn from what we can. Alright, so here are 10 tips for life after college.
Number 1, put oil in your car. Most likely after college, you are going to have multiple jobs or one really demanding job in which you have never given so much of your life to one place or person. In this time, you will inevitably forget to do simple things like change your Brita filter, clean your bathroom, put oil in your car. You will most likely have a clunker after college. You want that clunker to last because not having a car payment's really fun. So, put oil in your car.
Number 2, this is kind of obvious, but save money.
Yes.
Skip a coffee every day, every week or something. Just put a few dollars down every now and then, put it in savings. All of your graduation money that you get, put that away. Don't touch it, don't spend a cent.
If you take $5 every month that you are in college, you're in college 9 months out of the year, you'll have $45 a year. After 4 years, that is a small, tiny fortune. But you will have it. So number 3 is living with your parents. It's not bad. You don't have rent. Yes, you're subjected to rules, but it does give you a time to go back to your roots, so to speak, and actually figure out what you want. And that's fine. It's fine to take a breather. You just spent 4 to 6 years figuring out how to do what you wanted to do, or figuring out that what you thought you wanted, you don't. So take this time, go home, and cut yourself some slack and figure it out, but be true to what you really want before you move out. Don't jump.
Most of our both of us and most of our friends live with our parents right now. All of our friends that have graduated live with their parents.
Every single one.
That's not a bad thing. It's not fun. I don't love it, but it's nothing to be ashamed of. Everyone does it. It's not a horrible thing that, I'm moving in with my parents. So what? Saves money. That's all.
It doesn't last forever unless you want it to.
Most parents, you've been gone for 4 years or 6 years or however long, they miss you. So they want you back, and I know my mom loved that I moved back in. So, it's cheap. They have food, they have a bed, you don't have to pay for any of that. Number 4 is don't be afraid to work a job that you don't love or that's not your dream job or not even what you want to do with your life at all. A temp job. Just something that you're doing actively, that you're not just sitting around at home waiting for your big break or whatever, and something that still is making money that you can be saving. It doesn't have to be exactly what you want. Just be doing something and something productive that's making you money.
Because what also helps is if you get a job that's kind of near your field but kind of not, which is exactly what I did. I've made so many connections because of that, and people have offered me projects and side jobs just from knowing who I am and trusting who they're talking to. So our next one is actually fighting the need to do anything out of desperation. You're going to move back home, and a lot of you are going to feel like you whether you realize it or not, just bolt. You're gonna get an apartment because you have the money for the down payment and you can pay a couple months rent, but you don't have a job. And you think you'll figure it out. And then 3 months later, you still don't have a job. Don't do it. Don't get an animal either. I hate when I see people in college that think they are so responsible. So they get like a chihuahua or they get a rabbit or a cat and the thing walks around unbathed, thirsty and hungry and desperate for attention. Do not get an animal until you can take care of it. It will not bring you the comfort you need. It will bring you more work than you want.
Now is a really great time to start, if you haven't already started doing this in college, to start planning ahead in your whole life. I mean, your whole life you're gonna get more and more responsibilities as you get older. And so just doing something without thinking about it and without planning about it is not a good idea. Your life is gonna take planning, and so you've gotta actually think through your decisions before you make them.
Yeah. Our next one is working for free.
Working for free sounds awful, right? But if you can find someone, a professional especially in the field that you are pursuing, oftentimes you can just say, hey, I love what you do. I want to sort of shadow you, be your apprentice or whatever, just, and do work for you for free, just to be, be doing that occupation, and it gets your name recognized by that professional, and a lot of times that gives you experience and shows them what you can do, so that later, if someone else, if you found another job that you are pursuing, they're a great reference because they know what you can do. You've done great work for them, even though it's been free. You've done great work for them, which is really honorable, and they see that passion that you're pursuing it, even if it means you don't get paid.
And just blatantly be like, I do not want payment, I want experience. And that is going to get you even farther. So after that, it kind of ties in networking. And knowing the right people, as silly and cliche and almost unfair as that sounds, is a huge part of getting any work. So go out there and go to events where you know the people you want to be around are there. If you're afraid to talk to them, go up. Just do it and shake their hand and say, hi, I'm XYZ, and I want to work for you one day. You really inspire me. Thanks, bye. It'll leave an impression. Send your resumes to people and add a little note on top that says, I've really admired your work. I hope to work alongside you one day. Or you can be super positive and say, can't wait to work with you. ... tomorrow.
And with that, a good idea is to get a business card. They're super easy to design. I designed my own. I use Vistaprint. There's plenty of other websites out there that you can make simple cards. They have templates, or you can fully design your own.
This is not a sponsorship.
No.
We're just
use Vistaprint. No, I'm just kidding. But they're, it's super easy, pretty cheap, honestly. I spent probably $15-20 on 100 cards, and they're super. They're great at always keep them with you, and if you happen to meet someone, randomly that is working in your field, just be like, oh, here's my card. Plus, it makes you feel really professional and adult, and it's really cool.
And places like Panera and Starbucks that have community boards. Take a card, pin it up, walk away. You've networked. You've publicized yourself. Bravo.
Number 8 is learn to grocery shop and cook. Hopefully you learned some of that in college, but if you have meal plans, or you lived on ramen, learn how to shop efficiently and cheaply, but also learn how to shop smartly, so that you can make the meals you want easily. And I know a lot of people, especially if they have a busy schedule, will spend Saturday or their weekend making 5 meals, and then you just put them in the freezer, and so in a hurry you can just take it out, warm it up, eat it, and be on your way. ask your parents, hey, can I go shopping this week? Tell me kind of what you need, and I'll do that, just so you can kind of get to know what to do and how to do all of that, because eventually you are going to move out, and mommy can't always shop for you.
Also Pinterest. I hate it. I hate it. Go on Pinterest. People that are much more organized than we are have already done this work for you. And as annoying as it is to pin it and never look at it again, go back, find it, pin it, look at it, print it, import it, print it. And take it
Make
with
a
you to the
recipe
store.
book. I don't, have stuff on file, and I mean, even if you can make 7 things, there's a week, and you can shuffle it up or whatever.
And don't put pressure on yourself to have to cook every single meal. Ease yourself into things. You are learning and growing. Cut yourself some slack, but grow up. Okay? After that, go make friends. Making friends in general is difficult when you're an introvert. Like me.
Or when you're an extrovert, it's still hard. In college, you're forced to make friends. You're in classes every day with people. You live on campus in a secluded little area where you see everyone all the time. It's easy. You just walk down the street and meet people, and you're all in the same boat. You're all in college together, so it's like, hey, we'll be friends.
Yeah.
But once you graduate, it's like, oh, I don't know anyone, so I'll just stay here.
It's difficult. And when you get into a job situation, the first month, 2 months, you're going to go in there every day, and the subliminal message into everything you say and do is, I hope they like me. Or, oh God, do you like me more now? Aren't I funny? Aren't I cute? Aren't I great? Like me. So what you do when you're at work, chill out. You will make friends eventually. But don't hold yourself back from doing something or from being yourself, unless it's inappropriate for the workplace. And the other thing is, like, if you are friends with somebody who has friends that you don't know, offer to hang out together. This is a prime example. We grew up in the same town, went to totally different schools. I went to college with one of his best friends, and now I hang out with him by ourselves. And it's great.
We're making videos.
We collaborate.
And number 10 is follow your passion and collaborate. Above all, you should be happy. And you're only going to be happy doing what you want to do and what you love to do. So don't lose sight of that in all these other things when you're trying to keep afloat in life. Still follow that passion and chase it.
And sometimes it's okay to put your passion down for a second to figure how exactly you want it to come about. And sometimes you have to take pressure off of your passion and just act on small wins and little bouts of inspiration for something great to come about. Because once you kind of leave the selfishness behind, your passion thrives. And the more that you take your passion and apply it to the betterment of other people, the larger it becomes and the more successful it becomes every time.
And a lot of times if you kind of take a break from your passion, whether you have to because of trying to work in another job or do something else, or because you just want to because you just need a break for a second, when you come back, it's so much better because you've missed it. And you come back and you're like, oh yeah, this is what I love this. I love all of these things about this, and I really can't wait to get back into this. And it really just pushes that along. All right,
That's it.
so that's been 10 tips of how to survive from college.
Post-grad.
Woohoo! If you like these tips, like and subscribe. Comment on any other tips that you might have, things that have helped you after college. I'll put Allie's link down below, and you can go subscribe to her channel. And I'm sure we'll see her on here more often. Thanks for watching! So we just wanted to show you our state-of-the-art tripod that we used to film this video. Let's see.
That's a box of trefoils.
So we got a chair,
Cheez-Its,
a box, some Cheez-Its, and some...
a napkin.
Yeah, and a napkin to get us a good angle.
Yeah.
We're high tech.
We said we're poor.
Told ya.